It's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 6. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Yeah, this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This defense for the Packers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and
there he goes, left side, the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some space here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
The Packers at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Anderson. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Anderson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
They'll try to run forward with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Anderson now to throw on second down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Looking to throw. Anderson. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to...
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak, and he will have a Giants first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Herbert on first down now. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throwing partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 118 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Barkley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To throw on 3rd down, Anderson. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Anderson loses the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now Herbert following the turnover. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been opened, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
They really look comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll swing this out to Tony. So the completion gets him just a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Anderson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now Anderson throwing on 3rd and long. Anderson loses the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert, and he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Anderson on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. He'll go right back to Tunyon. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Stiff-armed him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. It's Barkley on the counter. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. Anderson. He finds Watson complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Anderson. And complete once again to Watson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And He's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. To throw is Anderson. Throwing on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. To try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Anderson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now a handoff as they run left side. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's Herbert.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert now. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Anderson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is... The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Anderson.
Right side to Watson.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Herbert. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he'll just get rid of it. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Flush to his right. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Anderson. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Here's Anderson, looking to throw on 2nd down.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds.
Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. In motion goes the tight end. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake.
He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
Ooh, with a juke. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
We'll see if they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. What an atmosphere this was, and the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Packers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1.
And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.